teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he can't hook up on the big play, and that puts up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Formation for these receivers. Wants to adjust the pattern. First play of the drive, lost a throw. Quarterback extends the play. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the 2. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you think a Jared's quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting their clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. So he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
You could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing.
To pass. He took a hit. It's inconvenient. Fourth down's coming.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple of weeks.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Incomplete. And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back to its own great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
To the ground with the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. Didn't hurry up 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive, you turn around and hand it off, get a push up front, go get it.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Wolverines want to move quickly. The inside handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed in beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Uncorks one. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that one falls incomplete. You know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab on the back. He's got some space. And the explosive play there on the run ball right to the 34.
Well, Lucy and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give them a big chunk play, and it's right back out. Across the 25. And finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Looking to throw again. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Fired in from the red zone toward the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Extra point here with time to game. And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we head to Dallas for a final update on one of the best games every year, the Red River Rivalry.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. Gets the ball, he's hitting the outside edge. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offense.
No real chance on the return, but they've got it up to 34.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and DB jumped
hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tagged out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. The offense hasn't been able to get it done on 4th down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Moves. Send the tight end in motion. He wants it all. Touchdown. The exclamation point on that drive.
Really nice job working around and getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. This guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Gee. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown. Have a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nice pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Here's the hit. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
My old coach said you never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive parts, and never complain.
Run getting set on 2nd down. Looking downfield.
that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running into the open space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Into space. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the front.
And the rule reads with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
First down for the offense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Morgan. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw because he put it out in front of his big man. He was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they're coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Got out of trouble and throws.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down. Doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get him in the 40s. Turnover on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. With the defense getting that stop on fourth down into opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping. One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. He's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
This time they'll go to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. He's looking to throw. Nice man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And the Bulldogs will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Situations you can have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. It's Underwood. He uncorks one deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Michigan.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Throwing, looking right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense. You're at the very end of the first half, and you've got to have an execution. Has got to be great in these two-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
And it'll come out at 25. They'll take that return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. And they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down with what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup and on that play.
You're going to stop the run game. You better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some balls. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive.
shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. It'll be a run on 3rd and short.
Offensively today, this is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up 14 over Arkansas. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're down on a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Brings it down on the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down. First play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass, it's Underwood.
But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Throws it in, it's Stewart. And his motors are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? Kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defensive coverage forcing the incomplete.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception. And they'll get him down.
He makes a play in the background. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. The give to the back. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? This drive, you did a lot of good things there leading into that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They go to the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
So far in this game, I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. You had a good 1-2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll try the run. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the fourth. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Defense feeling it here, trying to put a stop to this drive and maybe this game after that earlier sack. Down, looking for the completion. Fires into the end zone. And that ball is incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard. Trying to power it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run. And they do here on 1st down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, and they made it tough, and
offense there on third down in a goal line situation, getting penetration, getting the tackle for loss. Now sets up fourth, and it's decision time here if you're on offense.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out. It's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He might want another play. Lost the fire on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Cricket.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll move the tight end.
Fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So here comes the Michigan offense. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Lost the throw on first down. Dances away. Unleashes one. He's open on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They just keep firing. Going for it all. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to get the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got well as he just got rid of the football.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment. The offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They booted away. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Gives it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And a good, solid pickup for the defense. Cuts him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll give it to the back. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
And this is the only time as a coach I'm going and talking to a kicker, okay? I'm picking his brain. Apparently he might like it on the left hash because they run the ball to the left. Like, where do you want it to kick this game winner? Like, we're sizing this thing up. A field goal wins it. I need to know what your tendency is.
And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. Ball's incomplete. They clock to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, you were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked